In 1963, Indonesia had many internal problems, both economic and political. In September of that year, Malaysia became a reality. Sukarno, plagued with his internal problems, saw the formation of Malaysia as a part solution to them. It was an expedient move to say Malaysia was a threat to Indonesia, that Malaysia was a plot of British imperialism, and thus unite the nation. This was the scene in Jakarta in February this year to rally called to support the president and restate the people's determination to crush Malaysia. The people were told that their own problems could not be solved until the confrontation of Malaysia had succeeded.
Tertinggi pemimpin besar revolusi Bung Karno. Di seluruh ibu kota Daswati satu, mereka serentak mengadakan apel besar dengan semangat bergelora.
Nah, dari pihak Malaya, dari pihak Singapura, dari pihak Sarawak, dari pihak Brunei, dari pihak Sabah itu datanglah pernyataan-pernyataan kepada kami bahwa mereka itu ingin sekali merdeka, bahwa mereka itu merasa tidak senang di bawah kekuasaan Inggris.
One of Calvert's biggest challenges is to get the military to think differently about jungle warfare. Conventional thinking in the 1950s is that you can only last a few days.
The medical consensus was that...
But this process is noisy and ineffective because it tips the enemy off. Calvert now draws on his own experience in the Chindits. His approach is the exact opposite, to use small patrols for long periods.
Calvert's premise for having, well, you need to be well concealed. So if you've got a minimal number of people but with a maximum amount of fire.
But how do you maximize a patrol's time in the jungle when it can take weeks just to march to an objective? Calvert pioneers a radical but dangerous solution: parachuting into the jungle.
Again, adopted the Chindit experience of using helicopters, which was very much experimental.
Using these camps as bases, small units can dominate large areas of jungle by repeatedly patrolling them so preventing the terrorists from establishing bases.
Removed from the comfortable security of familiar quarters, he's down there with his platoon. And now, pushing through the rustling curtains of green, the months of careful training tell, keeping him alert, suspicious, sensitive. The patrols thread their courses too through the river vapors, watching the forest walls on either side. Sometimes in leaden rain,
the most ferocious army of Vale.
and so to Singapore, British colony, military base, world crossroads. Strolling down famous Change Alley, this great cosmopolitan eastern city, founded by Sir Stamford Raffles, looks peaceful enough to army sightseers. Singapore's police, Malays, Indians, Chinese, are British officered. They pride themselves on their efficiency, and today they need it. For stretching to the northward lies Malaya and trouble. These men know what they're looking for. Yes, there it is. A good spy, they say, keeps everything under his hat. But they can't keep much from these deft fingers.